Hey there, my friends. Coach 𝐸𝐻𝐻 here. I hope everybody's having an amazing Monday. Anyways, I hope y'all liking my Afro puffs. I am actually excited because my hairdresser is taking appointments tomorrow, and I'm going to be her first appointment tomorrow. Hey, no more Corona here. All right, anyways, in this video today, I'm going to talk about how to get visible or how to get over your fear, actually, of being visible in your online business. And I think that this topic is timely and is something that is important, because if you're not visible in your business, no one knows that you have anything to offer at all. And therefore you can't show your audience that you can help them with the result and therefore make sales, right? So how do you move beyond, the fear of being visible in your online business and showing up in a massive way and being who you are and unapologetically being who you are? Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about in this video. We're going to talk about how to get over your fear of being visible, how to put yourself out there on social media, and just be visible. And if you have some excuses about why you haven't been visible, in this video, we're going to get to why that may be. Okay, so here's what I would like for you to do. Drop a 1 if you are any of the following. Okay, an introvert, right? You like to kind of go into a corner, kind of stay by yourself, right? An overthinker. I'm an overthinker. Right? A perfectionist. I'm also a perfectionist. So I got two. You worry about what other people will think of you. Okay, if that's you. And number 5, you tend not to toot your own horn. You kind of like, right? You never toot your own horn. Okay. So I want you to let me know if you are an introvert, drop a 1. Okay. If you're an overthinker, drop a 2. If you are a perfectionist, drop a 3. If you worry about what people think of you, drop a 4. And if you tend not to toot your own horn, drop a 5. And if you're all the above, I want you to drop a 6. All right. This is where we just did a quick self-assessment. Okay. Quick self-assessment. All right. So if you have any one of these qualities at all, even one, okay, it can keep you from growing into what you need to be and being visible online to grow your business, right? Because you're not on social media to have fun. You're on social media to grow your business. But if you're not visible, hello, whoever just hopped on, we're talking about being visible in your business, all right? So if you're not showing up on social media, you're not visible, then you're not able to grow your business, all right? So we're going to talk about how to move past that. We're going to talk about, how you can really just become visible so that people know that you're the perfect person to help them with the solution that you're online to help people with. So, right, rather you're in credit repair, rather you, people like nails lately, right? Rather you're a person that helps people have better nails, rather you're a person that you help people make money online, that visibility. And funny enough, I just want to take a step back, right? Because I had someone say, I want to brand myself online. And a lot of people think that branding is logos. It's like all these, it's one-liners, these things, but it really is visibility, right? Showing up so that people know who you are, right? Know what you have to offer, and that you have a message to deliver that you can help them, right? That's the core essence of branding. Okay. So with that said, you want to also make sure that people, by showing up, that people understand that you are the person that can help them. Okay. So if you're not putting yourself out there, a few things are happening in your business. You're not really impacting anyone at all, and you're not able to get the results that you want on a big scale. So when people say, hey, I want to make XYZ income, and, I want to, have this massive following, then you have to show up in a massive way in terms of visibility. Okay. So how do you get over your fear? Now that I've said all that, how do you get over that fear? How do you get out of the fear of showing up, getting over yourself, setting your fears aside, and being visible in your business so that you could get the results that you want. Hey, for those who just hopped on, say hello in the comments so I know who you are and where you're tuning in from. All right, so how do you get over that fear? Okay, so there's 5 mindsets that you have to develop to actually, I guess I'll say, get the oomph to be able to put yourself out there, and be, have courage, right? Because no one naturally just wakes up and says, oh my God, I'm a visibility machine. I'm going to put myself out there in my business. Yeah. Nobody does that. The first time when I came online, I'm just going to share a little story real quick before I talk about these 5 mindsets. A lot of people say, hey, you're good on video. I could never be like this. I'm like, oh no, boo, but you forget. When I first came online, my first live, my coach challenged me. She didn't even challenge me. She told me, you're going to go make a live. And I was so afraid of what other people were thinking of me. I was so afraid of a lot of things, not sounding right, trying to be perfect, trying to craft the perfect message, you name it, that I threw up before my first live. I literally threw up because I felt sick, right? So a lot of times things within us. So here's the things that you can do to help you get over that fear and become visible. Number 1, think of what you're doing by sharing your message about your business and about how you can help people as a means of connecting and building a relationship, because that's exactly what it is. Okay, that is what you're doing, right? You are through your lives, through your content, through your posts, you are serving an audience of people who need what it is you have to have. If you are coming from the framework of, I don't want to go live, or I don't want to post because I don't want to be salesy or sell people, then that's exactly the energy that you will project onto your business and you're going to be missing out on people that you can serve that actually need what it is you have to offer. Okay, so come from a framework of connecting, building relationships, and remember, that's what you're doing. So when I'm doing this video right now because I know that there are people who are my core audience of other marketers, online entrepreneurs who are absolutely struggling with being visible online, right? Because I'm a coach. That's my audience, right? They're struggling with that. So whatever it is that you do in your business, someone needs your help and they need you to show up in a way so that they can get the results that they need through you, right? So give yourself permission and think of it as connecting and building relationships rather than sales, right? And then, so that's the first thing, okay? So be helpful to your audience and think of it as connecting and building relationships. Number 2, put boundaries around what you will show up and say online and what you won't, right? So I'm a big advocate of sharing your journey, sharing your growth, sharing your story for a lot of reasons. Because 1, it helps you see how far you've come in your journey. Number 2, it helps someone who's watching you to know that they're not alone, right? Imagine being a person who you have a business and you promote weight loss products, right? And you share your journey of the first time that you realized that you tried to put on a pair of pants and your stomach sank and you felt like, oh, this is why I need to lose weight. Not because I just, about how your confidence was in the trash and how now you can put on a pair of pants and you feel sexy and confident. Somebody's watching that and they're saying, oh my God, that's my girl. I feel the same way. We're samesies. I feel the same way. Somebody needs to know that they can be an overcomer too, that they can get that same result and that you're the person that can help them, right? So I'm a big advocate of sharing my journey, sharing my growth, and sharing my story. With that said, though, what you want to do is put boundaries around what you will not share, right? And that's going to help you get started. Because if you just have a few boundaries, then you could just go ahead and get started. Okay, so set some boundaries around any core topics that are off limits to you, but realize that as you share your journey, your story, things like that, it's going to create transparency, trust. That KLT sounds like BLT sandwich to me. No, like and trust that people always talk about between you and your audience, right? So that's going to help. Next thing is to start small. Start small, start practicing putting yourself out there. It's a muscle that's cultivated. So like last night I did a coaching session with some of my VIPs, last night. And I was talking to them about their task list for this week. And their task list was very small. I was like, listen, these are the 3 core things that you're going to do this week. Even though you should be doing other things for this week, this is the muscle that I want you to develop, right? So you have to learn to start small, start putting yourself out there. If you start doing things in baby steps and don't take too long to do it, like I'll give you a good example. Today I was meeting with my coach and I could have given myself an out and said, oh, no, I'm not ready. I'll do this like, hey, Jessica, I'll do this, 90 days from now. And I said, no, you know what? I'm going to do it now, right? So I had to take a baby step. I had to write one step that I could do today to actually start that journey. Otherwise, you just keep telling yourself, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it when I feel confident. I'll do it when. And then you never start. You never make any progress in your business. So start small and start practicing, okay? One thing about visibility to know is that you will never feel comfortable. You will never feel comfortable with something that's new to you and that's unfamiliar to you, okay? So what that means is if you want, like, for example, if you wanted to get great at doing lives and being visible by showing up and doing lives, right? Or doing YouTube video or whatever it is, right? If that's what you want to do to be visible in your business, right? Because people who are visible make sales and people who are not visible don't make sales. Not the way that people who are visible are, right? So that's it. If you've made the decision that you're going to do video or you're going to do YouTube or whatever, right? Just as an example, you start small. Maybe you're not ready yet to go live, but you record or you make a pre-recorded video and upload it to your social media. Okay. Maybe the next step is you go live, right? Maybe for 2 minutes or 3 minutes, maybe not as long. So what is the first baby step that can get you started? And then what's your next step after that? Write that down and make that your goal is to start with your baby step and then move to the next step. Maybe your goal in being visible on social media is to start posting on your social media every single day, right? So whatever it is, you have to start first of all, and you have to start with baby steps, okay? And then you have to realize that that feeling that you have that is unfamiliar to you, that is new to you, it will go away as you take action and move through those baby steps and the next steps, okay? And then the next thing is another thing that holds people back from being visible online is they always are assuming that people are judging them. Again, remember back to my story of throwing up the first time I did my live. Oh my God, that was so crazy. I still remember that. My stomach, I just got a feeling in my stomach telling that story. But anyways, back to that story. In my mind, one reason why I threw up is because I thought that everybody was going to be judging me when I went live. I was like, oh my God, people are going to notice this pimple over here. We have all these irrational fears that have nothing to do with anybody but our self-limiting thoughts or our ideas of ourselves, that the other person watching that video might not even have that idea. We have that idea of ourselves and we have to check those, right? That self-work is so important. And really, when you're building a business, you start realizing your self-limiting thoughts about yourself, right? And it's okay. They will come up. You got to push through. So anyways, that said, realize that people are not judging you the way you think people are judging you, right? We are our own worst critics. And once you realize, no, not just you. Jessica said, I thought it was just me. No, not just you, boo. So once we start realizing that we are our own worst critics, then we can begin to move into a better version of ourselves. And we realize today I'm going to make that video. Today I'm going to make that post and I'm not going to judge myself. I'm not going to be a perfectionist. I'm not going to worry about what other people think. I'm going to get it up there, right? Because that's what it takes. All right. Next thing is number 5, right? Is to realize that just because it feels hard doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. Right? So again, back to that muscle that has to be developed with putting yourself out there and being visible in your business, right? In the beginning, it's going to be hard. You're going to think you're stupid. You're going to feel stupid. I'm speaking from experience. Anytime I'm doing something new, I feel stupid because it's new. It's new. You feel like a baby. You're like, think about when you were in college or high school, you took a hard course and you start thinking, oh, I don't know this. I'm never going to master it. It's all these little thoughts that are in our heads. Okay. Right. But as you develop the muscle, you start practicing it. Maybe you got a tutor or a coach. Maybe you started learning some additional things, right? I remember when I took in high school, I took Regents Calc. What was the course? Was it? I think it was Earth Science. I hated Earth Science. I was like, why do I have to learn about rocks, right? So anyway, that class, I made sure to go to the library, and I went and got extra like little Regents guides and all these extra resources to make sure that I learned and mastered the material, right? So as I began practicing the material, right, writing it, reading it, writing it, listening to it, right, I got better at it over time. And actually, I became a tutor for Earth Science, right? So you're going to get better at it when you practice it. But a lot of people won't even get to the point where they practice something. They just say, I'm not good at it, and they give up, or they like half-ass try something. And therefore, you won't get good at it because you're not even really trying, right? So you have to realize that, just because it's hard doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong, and it doesn't mean you're never going to know it, okay? So you will get good at it, okay? So not knowing something, feeling like something hardens, feeling like something is hard in the beginning doesn't mean you will never be good at it. You will get good at it just like anything else, right? Over time, it will become easier. Over time, it will take you less time to do. Like if it took you 20 minutes to do a live or a Facebook post or whatever in the beginning, but then you start practicing and you build that muscle. And then a few weeks from now you could do it in 2 minutes, literally 2 minutes. Or you could just hop on a live impromptu and talk off your head, right? Because you've been practicing that muscle, right? So make showing up and being visible on social media your new reality. Make it your new reality. Make it your new normal. Okay? It's hard in the beginning for everyone. Everyone. I don't care who out there, you assume that they're an extrovert and you're like, oh, they're an extrovert, so it's good, it's easy for them. Just because you're an extrovert doesn't mean that you are comfortable with showing up, being visible in your business, on social media, growing your business and things like that, right? So it's hard for everyone in the beginning. And when you keep in mind that baseline and you understand that, you'll be easier on yourself. You'll give yourself permission to grow. You'll give yourself permission to just do it anyways and to get better over time. Give yourself that grace to say, I'm going to get better over time. I'm not going to sit here in perfection. I'm not going to overanalyze. I'm not going to over-critique myself. I'm going to do it. Point, shoot, upload. Make that post. Send that email, right? So take those baby steps, okay? So if you are one of those people that I talked about in the beginning, the introverts, the overthinkers, the perfectionists, the people who care a lot about what other people think, it will, of course, make it hard for you. But that is not the out. You don't let that be the out. You work through that. So here's what you're going to do next, okay? I would like to know in the comment section, are you holding yourself back? Are you one of those 5 people that I talked about, right? Let's go back to them, right? So are you one of those people who are an introvert, an overthinker, a perfectionist, or you worry about what other people think of you? You tend not to toot your own horn, or all the above, right? Are you, as one of those people, holding yourself back or playing small or not putting yourself out there? Let me know in the comment section, okay? The next thing is, I'm doing this video across my social media. So if you're watching this, you most likely are already in my free group, which is my Built Like a Boss Academy, my free version. But if you're not, and you're watching this on one of my other social medias, I would like for you to check out beneath this video and get in my Built Like a Boss Academy. That's where I give value, so on and so forth. And also, if you're looking to grow your business on social media, right? You're looking to grow your business on social media the right way. I want you to message me. And again, my contact information will be beneath the video. Okay. And here's the last thing that I have to say. Make this a season that you play big and stop playing small. All right. So that's it. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, smash the subscribe button, share this with somebody who needs it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.